Hello, people of YouTube. So I've got something a little bit different for you today. We've got, I mean, this is a crazy thing that I've been sent, but I absolutely love it. I think it's brilliant. So I'm going to kind of be just doing a little bit of an overview review kind of thing on a thing called the Playtron, made by a company called Playtronica. So disclaimers out the way first. They did contact me and said, "Can we send you one of these things just to try out?" So I've not paid for this. They have sent it to me, but they've got no say over the content of the video and what I think of it. So you get this package when it comes. It's held up to this camera over here. So it says on the box or the bag, things should sound Playtronica. So what it says is connect 16 objects, pick a sound for each, play music by yourself or with friends, musical invention, education, and bewilderment tool. Which is actually a good description of it, because this thing's crazy. Right. So this is one of the things you get in the packaging. Let's just show on this camera as well. So this is kind of like it's a MIDI controller. Okay, you've got a little USB connection here. I've got this connected up to going just into my desktop computer. I've got Ableton Live on there, so it's dead simple. Setting up is really easy. You just plug it in. It shows up in the Ableton preferences as Playtron, in the MIDI devices, and then you just do your usual things to enable it to play, and you're good to go. I'm not going to go into detail about doing that now. I'm assuming that you know that. So the way it works is, or the way I understand it works, is... Oh, hang on. I've just ruined my Uno. You get it's powered by USB. Okay, so it's sending a tiny bit of electricity into here, and what you're basically doing to start with, what I'm going to do is use my body to complete the electrical circuit. So if you hold on one of these edge bits here, okay, so what's happening now is the electricity is flowing from my computer, not my laptop, my desktop, into my body. Okay, I'm still alive. I've not been electrocuted yet. And you tap on these things, okay, and that sends MIDI notes out, basically. So you've got 16 different notes, and it goes from C1 up to E, whatever it is. So you've got 16 notes, so C1, C sharp, D1, and so on. And at the moment, all I've got on Ableton is I've just got the 909 basic core kit drum rack in there. So it works straight out of the box with that, because that's mapped from C1 upwards. So you can hear we've got the kick there, we've got the snare, and so on. So that's obviously one way of doing it. If you hold it like that, you can actually play from the underneath as well. So I'm kind of, if I tap that side, it's got these connectors on there. So I could like do a little... Let's do it on this camera. Okay, so yeah, okay, great. But that's not where the craziness comes in. Let's get some craziness going. So the other things you get in the packaging, which when you first open it, it looks like it's going to be really confusing to set up, but it's not. You get a load of these. I think these are alligator or crocodile. I think they're alligator clips. So let's just leave the rest of it on this other camera for now. And you can use these to connect it to things to make objects into drums or keyboards or whatever sound you can think of that you want to put in. So I'm doing it with Ableton Live at the moment. I have tried this out on the Deluge as well, and it works perfectly, so you can play it like that. I've had this for a while. I've not got around to doing the video for various reasons, but I wanted to leave it until this week because I tried this out in one of the schools I teach at this week, and I'll talk about that in a minute because the kids absolutely loved it. So let's do some connections. So to make it work, obviously you need to be touching this. So we're going to do it like that first of all. And then you can connect any of these to any object. So I'm going to just stick that in there that conducts electricity. So let's connect that to a spoon. Because we can. Okay, so as long as I'm holding... Oh, let's go off there. Let's get all this on camera. Let's just move that along a little bit. Hang on, I've got too many flipping cables, as usual, in my studio. So, if I do that, and then as I touch this, that completes the electrical circuit. So I've now got a Spoon 909 snare drum. I mean, it's crazy, but I flipping love it. Yes, it's a bit of a gimmick, but... Oh, it's great. Right, so... And I'll talk about kind of some uses you could actually do with this. So let's get a kick drum. And I'm going to stab this into a carrot. Okay, so I love it. Okay, we've got a carrot kick drum now. I mean, why not? You're probably asking why, but why not? It's great fun. So you can obviously build your own kind of playable sort of thing. Now, obviously, you've got the slight issue with it. You've got to complete the circuit. Okay, so that's got to be touching part of your body. So, I mean, one way of doing it is I'm going to connect this up here. As long as this is touching your skin, I mean, one way they suggest doing it is if you've got a ring, just kind of put it on your finger like that. I mean, a really random way that I did it, let me just get another cable. I'm going to just connect two of these together. And I'm going to randomly, I'll switch over to the camera here. Okay, I'm just going to stick it down the top of my trousers. So it's touching my skin. Okay, so now, hang on, let's make sure it's working. I think if I clip it there. Okay, so now you can see I'm hands-free. So as long as it's touching some part of your body, I mean, you can put it on the floor and stand on it as long as you're not wearing shoes. Okay, so you can do it that way just to create that circuit. So let's go over to Ableton and just put in, I don't know, let's just put a piano in for now. Okay, so I've just loaded in Ableton just a piano sound. So obviously we've got piano sounds now. Now obviously we can play them at the same time, so it is polyphonic as such. So I've just connected this bit of foil to another one. So obviously you would need to choose your notes if you wanted to play chords, or, I mean, let's try this out. We could put the chord utility thing in Ableton. Let's do that. So the chord MIDI thing, and we should be able to just play chords off single ones. Okay, so I've got the chord MIDI device in. I just put a random thing in. I've got 5 semitones and 12 semitones. So we can obviously play chords by using that. Works great. So yeah, obviously, you know, any sounds that you can think of to put in there, you could play. So when I first kind of got it and saw it, I thought, okay, well, why would I want to play spoons and carrots on stage? You probably wouldn't. But one thing you could do is you could kind of like build a some kind of structure-y kind of thing. I'm just going to switch over to this camera while I'm talking on there. Let me just check I'm on the correct camera still. There we go, over on that camera. Yeah, I mean, you could build some kind of metallic-y structure that you could have different sounds on, and you could like build something that's completely unique to play. I tried this out the other day. I got a snare drum stand, so I clipped one sound to the top of it, and then a different one to the bottom, because the top bit, the basket bit that holds the snare drum, sits in like a plastic thing. So that obviously stops the electricity conducting through. So as long as you kind of separate out all the different electrical connection flow things, you can have all different sounds in there. So I used this yesterday. I teach, as well as being Rezzonator and all this stuff, I teach drums, I teach music tech, DJing and piano, mostly at primary schools, but also do like private lessons here in the studio. And I've got, so primary schools, if you don't know, if you're not from the UK, primary school is basically aged 5 to 11. So I did 3 sessions yesterday afternoon with this, with a group of 5 and 6 year olds, a group of, I think the group of 8 and 9 year olds, and a group of 10 and 11 year olds. And they absolutely loved it, because I just started the lesson saying, okay, we're gonna turn a carrot and a spoon into a drum, and they were like, no way, we can't do that. And yes, we could. I showed them how to do it. So from an educational point of view, I mean, it's great in that you're learning about electrical circuits as well at that age, but also learning about kind of, you know, playing instruments, because, you know, you just tapping stuff without having to use sticks and all that kind of thing. One of the issues I came up with first of all was thought, well, how am I going to get everybody playing at the same time? So all we did was you just got to kind of extend these foil things out so you can have more than one person playing at the same time. So all I did was I took let's go over to back to this camera. Is obviously if I clip another one of these to here, we've got the electric flowing through there. So all I did was I put that connection to another bit of foil, so they could hold on to that, the next person, and each person had their own little bit of foil, and then they could all play. So I got to find a bit of a more permanent solution. But one thing I might just get like a big chain, so everybody can touch that, and they can play it. And we're going to basically build. I mean, the first thing we're going to do is build an orchestra of playable fruit. Because we can, and then it's getting the kids as well to think about, where we could go with this. You could get like copper wire, and they could draw, they could like draw a drum sound or a picture of an instrument on like a post-it note, put a bit of copper wire on that, attach it to that, and they could play that post-it note with that sound. So I mean, the educational thing on it is absolutely brilliant. But as well as I think you could build your own completely unique MIDI controller with this. Yes, it's a bit of a gimmick, but I like gimmicky things, and I think the possibilities of it are pretty good with this. So, I mean, that's it. There's not a lot more else I can say. There's loads of videos around if you want to see what other people have done with it on YouTube. Yeah, my idea is we're going to have 12 different kids playing 12 different sounds on a bit of a fruit orchestra. Is my first plan, and then we're going to build some sort of random synthesizer drum MIDI controller kind of thing. I don't know, but anyway, if you want to get these, I'll put a link to the where you can buy these. They do another one called Touch Me. I'm not entirely sure what that one does, but this one's called the Playtron. They do another one. I think it's called Touch or Touch Me or something. But I'll link to their website if you're interested in getting hold of one of these. Just have a play about with, and just think of a completely different way of MIDI. So basically anything that can take MIDI over USB, or obviously you could get a USB to MIDI converter, then it will work with that. And it's dead simple to set up. Like I said, when I first got it, I thought, Christ, this is going to be really complicated to set up. It's so simple, and it just works straight out of the box. And it is great fun. Making music should be fun. So that's where it's coming from, this. So there we go. That's the Playtron by Playtronica. Hope you liked that. Usual things, like, subscribe, share the video around, check out my music on Spotify and all that kind of nonsense. And I'll see you in whatever I do next. This has probably been the most extremely crazy video I've ever done. But who knows? We'll see what happens next. Thanks for watching. See you soon.